welcome to my channel, Court the Nurse Realtor, and I am Court the Nurse Realtor. If you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are an oldie but a goldie, hey girl, hey boy, hey, welcome back to my channel. As most of you may know, if you see me with this stethoscope, now I don't have one of the scrubs, but I do have on my RN shirt. This is going to be a nurse related video. And on my previous video, I stated, I'll have it linked below, that I wanted to do a new nurse series to basically enrich the new nurses, encourage the new nurses, and give them little tips and tricks to help smooth the transition or help to become a stronger nurse. This particular video is about assessments. So if you are a newer nurse and you like, child, or maybe you're in nursing school and you like, child, I need to know what's going on with this assessment business. Like, how can I get this all done with all the things that I have on top of what I need to do? If you are like, child, I'm a seasoned nurse, but I just want to know what y'all talking about. Or if you want to just be plain old nosy, go ahead and stay tuned to this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and ring my bell. Ring my bell. My bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Ring my bell so you can stay notified of my weekly videos. Alright, so as I stated before, this video is about assessments, and we all know that assessments is a critical part of being a nurse. So I think it's very, very valuable and important that we discuss assessments, and I want to talk about 3 assessments: the across the room assessment, the head to toe assessment, and the focused assessment. And these assessments are going to help you stay on top of the conditions of your patients. So first of all, I want to say, number 1, let's have confidence. Posture up. Know that you are a nurse. You are valid. You deserve to be where you are. You have been tested, tried and through nursing school, so you deserve to be where you are. I know in the beginning when I was doing assessments, I would have like a little bit of fear when asking the patient to let me assess them, but get rid of that. Have confidence, posture up, and say to the patient, hey Mr. Smith, I'm Courtney, I'm going to be your nurse for today. I need to do an assessment just to make sure that everything is going smoothly and just to stay on top of what's going on with you. Done. Okay, so that's number 1. Have confidence. Now let's talk about the across the room assessment. The across the room assessment is basically you putting your eyes on that patient. I typically used to do it prior to accepting an assignment, but you can also do this during bedside report. But you want to make sure before you fully accept a patient that you have laid eyes on them, that you've assessed that they have a patent airway, that they are breathing fine, no labored breathing, no distress, and that their circulation is good. They're not in pallor. They're perfused appropriately for their skin tone. You want to make sure that you lay eyes on this patient and that they are alive, breathing, and doing the best at what condition that they're supposed to be in. Okay, so with the across the room assessment, also be looking at your IV bags. You know, make sure that if they're empty, you say to the nurse that's going out, listen, I saw you left an empty IV bag. Can you go ahead and spite it before you leave? This is the time to assess the environment, assess the patient, and make sure that you're receiving this patient properly. Okay, and always don't forget to document. So the second assessment that I want to talk about is your head to toe assessment. And basically, I'm not going to bore you with how to do a head to toe assessment. You should know how to do that. I am just going to tell you some tips and tricks to make the process easier of getting the head to toe assessment in. So when I was working the floor, I used to always, when I did my head to toe assessment, I would do it with my morning meds. I would make sure that I go in and say, hey, Mr. Smith, I'm Courtney, your nurse. You know, we met earlier during report, or when I walk by. If not, if they were sleeping and this is their first time seeing me, that would be my time to introduce myself. But I would say, you know, I have your morning meds, but prior to me doing your morning meds, I just want to do a quick assessment on you, listen to your lungs, just to make sure that everything's going okay. I'm going to pull back these covers and look at your skin, make sure that it's intact and that you are on the road to recovery. Okay, once you do that, they're okay, and you're building a rapport. Remember, in times like this where these patients are not getting a lot of visitors or not getting a lot of human interaction, these words and you're just having that human touch or human conversation with them makes the patient feel cared for. At the same time, you're doing your assessment and you're passing your meds. Also, during this time, try to group your interventions. If you know that you have to do a wound change, if you know that you have to do something in regards, maybe you have to change the canister for your NG tubes, try to group everything together, because number one, these patients are not feeling well, so they don't want to be poked and prodded too many times when it comes to their personal being. So make sure that you're grouping your interventions to ensure that you are doing everything that's typically invasive at one time. Okay, so that's the head to toe assessment. Focus assessment. Your focus assessment is, to me, like your end of shift or towards the end of shift assessment. And this is where you focus on the diagnosis of that patient. So if you have a patient that came in with pneumonia and you know that he or she has been getting her antibiotics, you may want to take a listen to the lungs before you leave for that evening. Or if they came in with wounds, you want to make sure, if you didn't have to do the wound change, or if the wound change is done by the physician, that you're checking the wound, checking perfusion to that area, that extremity, or wherever the site is. Or maybe you have, say, a post-op day 1 patient. You're looking at that. You're doing another. You've done the first assessment and during the head-to-toe assessment, but you're going to do your focus assessment again that evening before the end of your shift. So that way you can also check to make sure that there aren't any changes with your patient from morning to the evening. This is also the time to prep your patient for the incoming shift. So I would typically do this focus assessment during my 5 o'clock drive-by. And what is that? That's basically when I'm giving them their 5 o'clock meds. I'm refilling their IV. I'm making sure their IV bags are full. I'm making sure that my tubing is all dated right. I'm making sure that my NG2 canister is empty. My Foley is empty. This is when you basically tidying up for the next shift and you're getting everything out of the way. So when that shift comes on, the patient is proper, and you have also assessed them so there's no changes in their conditions. One thing that I do want to mention when it comes to all of these assessments: document, document, document. Your first assessment, your across the room assessment, that can be done in a little blurb. Patient received, however you receive them. Awake alert on to ×4 with comfort or safety measures in place. However you document. The second assessment, your head to toe, that's done however your facility mandates. And your focus assessment, it can go how you know, if you're just clicking in that particular area, or if you are just going to write a blurb. Make sure each assessment that you do, that you are documenting, because we all know if it's not documented, it was not done. So I hope this video helps you guys. I hope it enriches you and helps you become a stronger nurse, because I want that for all of us. So that way we can take great care of our patients and also feel rewarded knowing that we did the best job that we could do and avoid any mistakes on the way. So that is my video for today. Most importantly, I want you to know that I love you. I love you so much, but God, He loves you so much more. God bless you. Thank you.